I think one of the first things I see wrong here that I prefer Hagen to be on top of the roof, like so, just like how their what's it called, like their soldier is. I'm assuming that's their pocket soldier
It's
instead of
still
being.
loading on the video, by the way. Sorry. It's
Okay.
Can't
still
see it either.
the yeah. I can't see.
Oh,
I should
okay.
just unstream and restream.
How's it now?
There we go.
You got it, boss.
Okay. Fuck. All right. You start it.
Yeah, go.
Okay. Well, I was just saying. One of the first things that's going wrong in this clip in the beginning of this myth fight is Hagen is in here and inside a bunker already, and it is he's just kind of being detrimental for your own team because we need him on top of that roof. Not only it's more helpful because you can help for him to control that roof, and he can shoot down spam at their combo and such, right? Um, where the hell is Black Guy? Okay. Um, I instead of having Lapis or Suka, the flank scout, on top of there, usually for the flank on this map, I prefer to have my roamer and me as flank scout. I prefer to try to take control of their roof. Like I said earlier, after screens are over, not only it kind of divides their attention. They can't of like they have to shoot in two different directions. Having control of those roofs is very important to maintain control of high ground. And it's good to take advantage of that because look how far back that fucking soldier is. He's on top of the shed over there. He's kind of out of the fight. He's just kind of shooting mindless spam. He can probably jump on you guys, but for now, that soldier that's alone on roof, you guys can both easily win him in a 2v1, right? And just have control of that. And you can kind of spam at the fucking. Because look at the positioning that's going on right now. You guys, in a way, you, you already have like better positioning than they do because they have both of their scouts in fucking trench. Like if Hagen was in on top of the roof instead of in bunker, you could easily just spam them from above, just kind of wipe them in a way. Like scouts, losing scouts in KOTH is very detrimental since how powerful they are on King of the Hill compared to like soldiers. All right, it's fine. You guys backed off a bit since you were weak. I still need Hagen to be on top of the roof. I guess that's fine for now. They kind of ignored the soldier. It's not really your job to fight him. You did your ability to try to. Oh my god. You need to jump out of there. You're just gonna die. Yeah. You need to be aware when your combo when your beam is not with you. Most likely you're very far away from them, especially like that. You're all the way in back there where they were leaving into lot to valley. If you were able to figure that out soon, you could have either been alive, you could have gone out much more quickly without dying, and you would have been ready to fight back, push back into the point right here. Because for them, like look at the difference on the respawn timer. Both Rat and their soldier kind of die like only like a few seconds apart, like maybe 2 or 3. But notice that the big difference between fucking 5 seconds and the 14-second respawn timer. That's why I told you guys to not be super fucking aggressive when you guys have control of point. You guys don't have to be passive, but you guys need to play in a more defensive position, right? You only try to go for a big play. There's like an open opportunity for it, but for the most part, you guys should not be super. Like in this situation, this is good. Right? You guys are walking back in and being aggressive, but once again, you're both scouts are disconnected from helmet, and he's basically by himself. Hopefully, by the time you kill this demo, one of you guys at least comes back because there's gonna be a scout on his ass in a second, and losing him or making him get forced is very detrimental. Okay, cool. Both of you came back. That's fine, I guess. Yeah, it is good though. You got their demo. 15 seconds, the fucking respawn timer. It's terrible for them. Right. That's fine. You didn't chase that, which is good. For you staying alive on point is very important. Much more important than chasing kills like that, especially it's not really free. Oh my god, once again. You're very forward, rat. Look how caught out you are. You're just gonna die over here in trench soon. You only got out because they pushed from the opposite side of the fucking map. Alright, cool. You made him use Uber. You can visibly see that. You need to back off, rat. Oh my fucking god. We need to stop running into trench. Trench is bad. Trench is bad because there's low ground on trench, right? It's better you just kind of walk straight back behind your guys' crate. Because now that you walk back into your combo, rat, your combo, they can just do a solo scout Uber back into them. Because imagine you won't be 100% prepared for a fight because you're low health and you probably use a lot of ammo. And honestly, it's probably fine for you guys just to do the solo scout Uber there instead of you jumping in, right? Because you could just push back into them and just kind of go for picks. Use many kills and hopefully kill that medic as well once he's by himself. I know the respawn timers are brutal. Still very aggressive when unnecessary, rat. You just put those traps there and we back out. Once again, we need Haggan on this roof. We need somebody on the roof at least. Lapis came, but basically died because of it. Alright, there's only both of you guys up. You guys need to leave. There's no point for you being in here in bunker. All it does is just delays your death. Especially if it's a medic, a late med death. That's very detrimental. Right here, this is a good time to do a 4-man sack. Like there's no reason just to kind of just idly just shoot, kind of spam from afar from your guys' valley when you guys do the 4-man sack. I explained it to you guys beforehand when we went over Clearcut, but in case you guys forgot, which looks like it, 4-man sack is basically everybody except for the pocket scout and medic jumps in to try to get a med pick, either make him fourth or just get any picks. And honestly, even if you don't get anything, it's still better because not only because in the end you guys have fast respawn timers and it's just you guys do something. It's better to at least attempt to do something even if it fails. The fact you guys attempted it, it's still better in the end because at the very least you learn from it and you get into habit of doing those sacks. Sometimes what more advanced teams would do when it's sacks like that, especially when we're on this side, is when we start to back off when it's clearly when we have this side and by when they cap, but when they're about to cap, we all jump in, except for the pocket scout and medic, of course. We jump in to do the 4-man sack. So to try to get any picks, right? We want to get to kill the med and such, because either two things will happen. Because either they're gonna take longer, they're gonna wait longer to delay, so they don't delay their med, which means you guys end up burning more couple extra seconds on the clock, while you're building Uber, so you guys are gonna have bigger ad when you guys push in, or they end up delaying their med, which means they're not gonna have beam for probably up to more than 15 seconds, and means you guys even have bigger ad. They're not gonna have a beam to heal them, and you could just push them out of point with heals. You could just out damage them because you guys are gonna get constantly healed. Typically, in those 4-man sacks, the demo's the one that's supposed to call the 4-man sack. He calls when he jumps in, and then the roamer, both soldiers and the flank scout, goes in because usually you're gonna be in bunker. One of you guys call out where he is, like in this position where the fucking med is. He's on point. He's fucking open. He's like it's an easy pickings, right? And anyone else that you guys kill him, and it's honestly a net positive for you guys, even if all four of you guys die and you only get the scout right here. It's still better because you guys are all gonna be up, and that scout is still gonna be halfway. It's gonna still take twice as long to respawn compared to the four of you guys. So they're gonna be down a player when you guys are pushing back in, or you're pushing back. He's barely gonna spawn. So We staggered there and we just let him get 3 picks onto us because we just kind of stand there doing nothing.
I think
So
they were
again,
waiting for heals there. Should I have what should I have done there?
you shouldn't. Well, the thing is, they shouldn't be waiting there in general. Like, it is obvious that you guys were on this side, right? And like I said, in that situation, what you guys should have done was just prepare to throw 4 bodies at them in a sack for a sack, not just kind of slowly push up from the fucking right side of your guys' valley, try to contest point. You guys got Uber and they used. It's great, but we don't have to instantly run into a bunker like that. You can just kind of walk across point to meet them because they're gonna run out of Uber sooner than us. But we used Uber very late and we kind of just soloed it on one person, even though we were just kind of Ubered on point. We didn't really do anything with it. We just lost 4 people and now we're down a med as well. Nice, you capped. Good, good, good. And again, we're too often. We're just kind of staying in bunker unnecessarily, especially in their honestly, your soldiers on this map on KOTH. It's just better just to kind of jump to get the medium packs. Like if you're weak like that, just get out of there and just kind of jump away, so you can get this medium health pack right here. Take a couple longer seconds, but it's still better. You're gonna be more healthy, and you're still gonna be in the fight. Like you're gonna be visibly, you're gonna show up on the leaderboard on the scoreboard that you're still alive. So your presence alone is enough for them to be less likely to do anything. For the heavy, this is fine. Once again, rat, we're too aggressive unnecessarily. And if we're gonna have the heavy on point, we need to tank them. We can't just willy nilly. What's it called? You can't just kind of be super forward and have the heavy all the way back. We need the heavy to be the one more forward than the rest, so you can take the damage and you can just kind of be oppressive and make sure they don't walk walk into point, because more than likely not, they're just gonna melt from all the damage input from the 4 of you. Because but the only one that is gonna take damage in that situation would be the heavy. And then this is what I mean. We shouldn't be super aggressive when we have control of point. We're just pushing into them. We got a couple picks. It's good though. That's fine. But what the fuck are you doing? And you die for it. You didn't do anything. We just kind of you base that is very detrimental. In a way, I think losing you right there, Rat, was kind of cost you the round, Rat. It costed your whole team that round, because this is a very winnable round, especially. And once again, we have everyone on top of high ground. We don't have a single scout or soldier. We don't have a single scout that's holding on top of high ground. Because of that, no one was able to call that soldier jumping over. And since we had Steven over here just chilling and not watching backdoor, since normally it's Haggan's job, but since it's on heavy, then we need the roamer to watch backdoor for shit like this. Yeah. Like it's literally just simple mistakes like that that cost us the whole round. And if it weren't for that, if we had Steven there or in the scout here, you guys would have won this round very easily. Like you guys would have brought it back and win. Oh, hell. we're just not healing anybody here. Like, we're not healing anybody useful in a fight, and like, there's no reason to be over here in bunker. There's still a mid fight going on. We gotta be like a bit more back up here, helmet, just to help it, not only heal our players more effectively. It's just make sure
Don't
them
always
themselves are
hide
not
in
in
bunker,
bunker.
Roger. Okay.
No, we hide in bunker only when we have control of point, right? And when it's even or when we have ad. On this side, we shouldn't be that aggressive in bunker. The only time we shouldn't be in bunker is when we're on this side. So we should be a bit more far back to be ready to leave, so you preserve your life. Or when it's the beginning of a mid fight, where you be more front up, back out here behind point, behind the bunker. Not only that, you be able to heal your players better. Correctly used. Once fucking again, I don't know what you're doing here. And you guys deny them both. Oh, that's such a. You honestly should have killed them. Honestly, that was a very unfortunate fight. We need to be a lot more back here. Like, we don't need to be super aggressive, but we just need to at least have presence on this point. This is fine, right? But like with demo for the line theory, you have to learn line theory. Like it's the scout, especially in the defending point. Like we shouldn't aggress and we shouldn't be far back. Just need to burn as much time on the clock, which you guys did was perfectly good. That's nice cleanup kills. Again, no one is on high ground. There's no one on our on our roofs that prevents stuff like that. And then again, why are we pushing? Why we're using into them? They have to use it to us, not vice versa. Because if we use it to them, our Uber is gonna end first, and we're gonna be a lot more out of position more. But when they use it to us, not only we can burn time on their Uber. Once we use it to them, we can just push them back, and we just burn more time on the clock. We're super out of position. We're just kind of scrambled everywhere. Once again, we just kind of default run into bunker when it's unnecessary. And now we have no soldiers to fight spam, and we deny both of them as well. We're just kind of separated. We need to tank our demo to keep them alive. We can't just have them out here like this. And I don't know what the fuck are you doing. You're just kind of walking into them when you're half HP. At least you guys left. You know, since you guys were out of position, so you guys left. So you can continue getting better position, which is good. We're also on heavy. I guess you were rolled out before the second point, so that's understandable. But it's oh well, it's whatever. Okay, you got two. You just all right. That's good. That's good. You got two. This is good. Once again, we're running. We're walking into the trench, and then we're gonna die. This is a very unnecessary sticky. You just kind of stood on top of it. Now when they're gonna cap, we're just gonna delay two players again. Yep. This is why we don't hold bunker like that. We don't hold bunker when it's this sad or when it's a mid fight. We're just out of position in a way we can't really leave when shit gets rough with us. We just become an easy pick. And now they have Uber. They could just use into you guys. One thing I noticed is that I don't hear enough of like calling of like if it's even or this side the Uber or like I didn't hear that at all today when I came in as well. Like with no I didn't hear or the med call whether or not if Ubers or whether or not even or not or ad or is it this ad. So like with that information is important to know, especially to get that to the other team. So they can play in a certain way. They could play more effectively or play the position, play it right. That's pretty much it for now. Because it just kind of ends after that.
Right.
Uh,
We had the snake water one before that.
yeah, it is late though, so I might have to skip that.
All right.
Sadly.
No stress.
Any questions from you two?
No.
You did good. Steven, you did pretty good as well. It's just that I think we try at least try to have Suka play with you a lot more as well.
Okay.
Okay, try to have them help with you taking their roof because that roof needs to be taken. Like getting control of their roof is very important. And just note as well when Hagen ever does go heavy on Clearcut, you have to be the one watching the back door and bunker.
Got it.
All right,
Alrighty.
Heard.
all right. That's it for now. See you guys.
All right. Thanks,
See
Brock.
ya. Was fun. Good shit, Dark.